Hi traders, welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency, and before diving into the charts though, be aware of this offer from AxiTrader, London Open, EA, and 3 months of our ECS Live. All of that included with opening account with AxiTrader. Check out the link below the video for more information on that. All right, let's start with this euro dollar. It is in a bullish mode at this moment, and after breaking through the 144 EMA here at 110.30, and the impulse is also looking good and strong with good 1 hour candles basically pushing through the 144 EMA. This is impulse, and it's still above the 21 EMA, and this is definitely just a momentum on the euro dollar. And I would expect that to be a wave 3. And I think if there is a pattern, a bull flag, that a continuation higher to 111 is likely. I added the Wiz levels, which are Fibonacci sequence levels and targets, and you can also indicate the space, how much continuation can a trend typically see. And Wiz 4, Wiz 5 would be the next targets, 110.85, 111.20 are the next targets. So for the moment, I see price very bullish, although at this moment, it's kind of not able to push through it as yet. That's because it really was many candles already above the 21 EMA, and I think it could just be ready for some type of bull flag, in my view, on a Monday. Wouldn't be surprised if it just waits and does that. But if it is a bull flag, I do expect the trend to continue, and I think that there could be a continuation maybe from something like this. Let me take a look at the 50-minute chart. There we go. And it could be, for instance, that this is wave 1, 2, 3. This could be wave 4. So, for instance, 110.50. 46, even 110.42 could be bouncing spots at the one, even as long as it stays above the 143 EMA on the 50-minute chart. All of that could just be a corrective pattern, and do expect then price to continue higher after that correction like that, up to 110.85, 111, 111.20-ish. At that point, however, we have to see what happens. At that point, you can see also another reason why it could bounce here and make some kind of consolidation pattern is because it is at the 143 EMA of the 4-hour chart. That typically is resistance or support. So that could be another reason. Doesn't have to be exactly right here, but it could be a bounce that brings price back to the 21 EMA on the 4-hour chart, which could be a bouncing spot for that higher high, as I just mentioned. That could complete the 5-wave pattern. If it does make that higher high, then I would expect an ABC down to not break this bottom, and I would expect a continuation higher if that's the case. Why would I expect higher? Well, for the moment, this bullish momentum I think is still leading. And we had an ABC correction after that, and a bounce at the 61.8 fib, putting the fib from here to here. You can see that. A very neat 61.8 fib, a very nice 61.8 fib bounce. So ABC, bounce at the 61, leading momentum here. So if we get a push higher, an ABC down, not a break through this bottom, then I think upside should take it to 112.60 in the minus 272 target. Now, there might be no fundamentals to push this higher. I know that there are fundamental traders that are watching too. I don't know. If fundamentals are not strong enough, then we should see that in price. In that case, if price fails to get up to 111, this could still be a correction. Could be ABC. So how do I know that? If price breaks below the 21 EMA, for instance, and the 110.28. If it breaks through that, then this was ABC, a classical move to 21, and then 144 EMA. And if it then breaks through the 21 EMA, then that indicates a full trend alignment, 21 below 144, and price below the 21 EMA. So that's what I'll be looking for to confirm that. I need the price to break below 110.28, 110.25 with momentum, flag, and then continuation, for instance. And then the target would be 109.40. At the 78.6 fib, okay? In that case, like that. And if it breaks through that, then there could be a full downtrend, specifically if it breaks through the 88 and the bottom, 88.6 fib. If it bounces at the 78 or 88, it could still be part of a bigger correction and still indicate upside, but less likely than the 61.8 fib bounce. Also, if it pushes up and then we get ABC, then the rebreak, the second break above the 21 EMA on the daily chart here, could also be a confirmation that price is indeed moving up to that minus 272 target in perhaps an ABC pattern like this. Even up to, could even go further to wave C, could go up even to the minus 61.8 target at 113.60 as well. So just keeping an eye on 111. Does price reach 111, or does it break below 110.25? And yeah, those are key things. And keep an eye on the patterns. Obviously, I'm leaning towards bullishness when looking at the lower time frames, leaning towards a pullback and continuation, as mentioned. Let's take a look quickly at weekly chart. Bullish candle, but small. Daily chart, couple of bullish candles in a row for the moment. So yeah, it looks like bounce, and then on the daily chart, would expect a break of the 21 EMA and a break of the 144 EMA in that move up. But once again, if it does break below the 21 EMA again, here too, the trend is still aligned. So certainly wouldn't want to underestimate the bearish break either, as a continuation down to WIS 7. If it breaks that down to and breaks these fibs, then down to WIS 8 at 108. All right, pound dollar. Bullish, but let's keep an eye, of course, on the daily pattern, which is this flag for the moment, right? So bull flag or consolidation pattern, and as you can see, price moved down in 3 waves down to the 21A. It broke the 21A, went up to the 144, bounce, then rebroke the second time above 21 and 144 for an uptrend and a very strong momentum here. Now we're getting a flag pattern that's respecting the 21 EMA. And we're seeing a strong push above it. This is one of the trades that I traded in ECS Live channel, and we just pocketed 70 pips, but it could go more. I think it should reach the WIS 7 level at 130. But it's been quite impulsive, so yeah, it's possible that it might make a little bit of retracement here. Doesn't have to. It's really impulsive candles here for the moment, so difficult to say. On a 5-minute chart, it looks like it could make some type of consolidation, but it's still going full steam ahead. Yeah, it's possible that it might push higher here as well. In any case, 129.70, 130 is still a resistance zone to reckon with. But if this is a wave 3, then we should see a continuation higher. Looking for wave 1, 2 here, 3 after this ABC finished. If this is a wave 3, then it could be very strong. It doesn't have to break through 129.70, 130 in one shot. It could move up to 130 and then make a flag pattern to indicate consolidation. And then I would expect a breakout to take place. The target on the 1-hour chart for the moment is 131, 131.30, 131.25ish, let's say. But I would expect on a higher time frame after that 1-hour chart to eventually make a pattern at 131 and then continue up to 132, 132.50 on the 4-hour chart. All right, so that's kind of the space I see for the moment on the 4-hour chart and 1-hour chart. Looking at the 4-hour daily chart, 1 second. You can see one WIS 9 at 131.30, but I wanted to look at the WIS levels also on the 4-hour chart. There we go, 131.40 again, another WIS level. A lot of confluence at that spot. And while WIS 9 doesn't always get hit, it is quite a deep level. I would, in this case, it could go to WIS 9, but maybe after really a big consolidation, I would, for the moment, consider 132, 132.50 really more of the main target than 131, 133.70 for the moment. But that does give maybe an indication of what kind of space might be possible eventually. So is this an ABC finished? Let's see. It would have to basically confirm a 1, 2, 3 pattern. This could be another ABC as well, by the way. Certainly Brexit will have its role. It could be ABC, complex correction, ABC for W, ABC for X, and then another ABC down for Y. It's possible too to retest 127.50 again. That's why we need to be careful in this resistance zone. So it really depends on how price will respond to this 129.70, 130 zone. For the moment, I do think that it will get there, but if it really bounces strongly there, this was probably ABC finished. If it makes a flag, then more upside likely, because the gap between the 21 and 144 is definitely increasing. So if there's a flag here, a continuation very likely. For the moment, looking at the lower time frames, it looks like the consolidation pattern is clearly broken. Momentum before. Momentum, flag, momentum, flag, momentum. So for the moment, bulls very much in control. I think that if there is a pullback, it will just be a mild one, maybe 129.25, if there is a pullback at all. And then there should be a continuation up to that 129.75, 130 zone. This is too much momentum. I don't think it's going to fade away anytime soon. But the key 130 resistance level certainly could be a major barrier that could create a bull flag on the hourly chart, or maybe even that reversal. But I personally leaning towards a bull flag and a breakout above 130 for the moment. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for joining. We'll be back with a new video on Thursday, and then of course later today with this weekly recap. And wish you all great trading. Cheers. Bye-bye.